having a draw as well.
Oh,
It is. It's a full-on show.
It's going to be like a board game.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
It's really just like playing a board game, only, you know.
So how is this actually working? So
I will explain this. I'll do the
yeah.
Leonardson thing. Well, you can be Heidi Klum.
I'm fine. Hello and welcome, this is the OddJob Pod. This is a very special edition of the OddJob Pod because we're doing something which frankly everybody's always wanted to do, which is what is the best James Bond film? But obviously we're not going to do them just by discussing that. We're going to do the World Cup of James Bond films. The World Cup.
Yes.
I mean, what can be better than a good World Cup? Everybody loves a World Cup. Now, obviously, there are rules to this draw. So, joining me on the World Cup as official arbiters of the James Bond World Cup of James Bond is Terry DeFallin, and your explanator of the draw, the UEFA official, if you will, is Graham Sibley. Graham, please explain to us, how will this draw work?
Well, I'm very glad you asked me that, Garrett. This World Cup is going to be drawn out exactly the same way as the 1982 World Cup was.
That's the Football World Cup.
The Football World Cup.
Not the World Cup of James Bond.
As far as we know, there's never been a James Bond World Cup up until now.
And we chose that because obviously FIFA decided when they made the film of the tournament that they would have Sean Connery to actually narrate it. And I thought, well, this would be quite good. During the commentary, Sean was actually quite abrasive about the format of the tournament. So I thought this would be quite good to see if he actually benefits from the format. So, but it is two group stages. So we have a group stage of 6 groups of 4 films. Two of the films will come out from each of those groups to another group stage. 4 groups of 3. Each of those 4 groups, one winner will come into a semi-final, and those semi-finals will result in the finals.
And don't worry, listeners, if you're confused on that, a slightly drunk Graham Norton will be along later to give sarcastic commentary on it.
We have separated the films into 4 pots. Pot 1 is the films of the 60s. From Dr. No to On Her Majesty's Secret Service. They're all there. Pot 2 is the films of the 70s and one of the 80s. It's the films that go from
Live and Let Die,
up to For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only.
So, Terry, you can tell me the next one then, which is the 80s and the 90s, which goes from Octopussy up to
The World Is
Not Enough.
It actually goes up to Tomorrow Never Dies.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then the next part is the rest of them, is it? So,
The next part is the ones from the 2000s. Plus
the Daniel Craig ones.
Plus, yeah, you were right because The World Is Not Enough was in the 90s, but it for our purposes.
All right, we've bumped The World Is Not Enough into.
So basically, what we've got is we've got the 60s, oil crisis, end of the Cold War, post 9/11.
Post 9/11.
Yeah.
Well, just moderately pre.
Moderately, yeah. So that's how it's going to
Straddling
work.
the 9/11 period.
But that's how we're going to work. That's how we're going to work out the. So we've got the draw to come first.
Okay.
So we do have a live studio audience this evening.
We do indeed.
So,
and they're massively interested, all of them.
They are massively interested, as they are always to be.
As I said, they will be holding up signs saying applause at various points.
Applause at very moment. But Terry, may I ask you to draw the first name out of the hat?
Thing is,
Goldfinger.
First out of the hat.
Golf, big hitter. First drawn out. And Goldfinger goes into Graham.
Into Group 1.
Freaking stress me out.
Group 1.
Group 1 for Goldfinger. Well, that's an interesting.
Spend all this money doing
So.
shit like that, and spend
Gary,
all
I think
this
you're
time.
drawing the next one.
It's horrible.
I did a similar thing. I did a slimming thing, and I spent like
The Spy Who Loved Me.
Wow.
Oh, this could
Bloody
be the
hell.
group of death.
Already.
it's like
I mean, this
Already,
is
you can
looking.
see how these things are going to go.
freestone
Yeah.
in a few months.
Oh, wow.
There's no way you can sustain it.
Anne, from the audience, can you draw this one for Group 1?
This is Anne drawing this out. I'm just saying.
Tomorrow never dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Never
I don't
Dies.
think it's going to do very well in this group, I'm afraid.
Poor Pierce Brosnan's cannon. Could take a hit in this.
I liked Piers as Bond. Just
Well, no, I like Pierce,
Third
but
him
his
as a-
cannon doesn't hold up.
Sandra, can you pick up one?
Hopefully,
what the other guy is.
if I stop to know I'm running out of here. The world is not enough.
Not Dr. No.
No.
Mercifully for
Can
you.
I start singing it? No.
If you want to, yes, of course.
Can I pick one?
Yes.
In a second.
So what happens now?
So we did
just gonna
Group
put these
1
here.
for recap. Group 1 is Goldfinger, The Spy Who Loved Me, Tomorrow Never Dies, and The World Is Not Enough. Double Brosnan in there.
Double
That's a
Brosnan.
double
Dub-
Brosnan.
that's
Does
a
he
double
not get moved
Brosnan.
to another group then, right?
Well, yeah. I'm not going to do that. I think this
Not
is
gonna
going to
fee
be
for it up that
far
much,
too much.
Okay, Zoe, I think you have to pick one out because she's expressed a desire to
Zoe,
do so.
you can pick out the first one in Group 2.
Okay. From Russia with love.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is that for me? Thank you.
Boys, slow gin.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, next one. Terry. Oh, Graham. Sorry. Obviously, this is the bit in the UEFA draw where everybody goes a bit.
Diamonds are forever.
So, that's
Double Connery.
double Connery.
Double Connery in this group.
double Brosnan in Group 1, double
looking to
Connery
be a
in
weak
Group 2. This, you've got to say,
Really?
it's an interesting trend.
Terry.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Graham, slow gin.
Oh, yes, please. I'll have some slow gin.
Don't feel obliged to whisper.
No.
No.
Normally we have nachos
We're
delivered
well
by
beyond
this
that
stage.
point. Yeah.
Okay.
Terry.
It's Gary got one.
He's got one already. We're good.
For an hour or two.
Oh yeah.
License to Kill.
License to Kill.
The first Dalton to be drawn tonight.
No, you don't want
Second. License to Kill.
It's not our carpet much longer.
Okay.
The carpet's so gross.
These are quite cute little.
It is. I want to keep them as well.
Casino Royale.
Boom. Smack.
Wow. I mean, I think these are all tough groups. Two very. That one I think is almost a tougher group than Group
Yeah.
1. So Group 2 is From Russia with Love, Diamonds Are Forever, License to Kill,
My
and
work,
Casino
not
Royale.
that I like flamingos. I don't get anyone that loves
okay.
flamingos.
I think there are stronger groups. I think Group 1 is stronger.
Group 3.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Lazenby goes into Group 3.
Ba, ba, ba. What? Moonraker?
Moonraker. Good work showing it up to the camera as well.
I've never heard of that movie before.
Have you not heard of Moonraker? It's the one that comes after Spy Who Loved Me.
And it
1979.
it's set in Venice. It involves a knife
It says
thrower.
in Venice.
Ah.
Yeah, and a double taking pigeon as well.
Which actor?
Roger Moore.
Oh,
Eyebrows.
may he rest in peace.
May he rest in
Oh,
peace
just
indeed.
me.
Yes, this is you.
Thank you.
Okay. A View to Kill.
A View to a Kill.
Ooh. Double Moore. So we've got a double
Serious,
Brosnan group,
yeah.
a double Connery
We're in
group,
for
and
a
a
Moore
double
derby
Moore.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Moore derby.
The much hated Moore derby.
This is Sheila.
Right, here we go. And we've got
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Quantum of Solace.
Ooh.
Quantum of Solace.
Well, I think this is one of those slightly outsider groups. Everybody would go, we're not really interested in looking at this.
Do you think so?
So I think there's a lot of depth.
These are the afternoon kickoffs, aren't they?
So we have On Her
Origin
Majesty's
Test.
Secret Service, Moonraker, A View to a Kill, and Quantum of Solace.
We could have an outlier there in the second stage.
There could
I
be a
think.
winner from there.
Yeah.
There could be a winner
I
from
reckon
there.
there's going to be a winner from there.
I think
If I've got anything
have
to do with it, there'll be a winner
A
from
lot
there.
of debate going on here.
Kind of stand up on it.
Terry, you're going to kick off
Okay. Shall I draft
Group
from here,
4.
shall I?
Group 4, yes, exactly.
here,
From
yeah.
that group, yeah.
You only live twice. Or so it seems.
The soundtrack seems to go really well with that.
It's almost as if it was planned that way.
Yeah.
Gary?
The Man with the Golden Gun.
It's the ones with the big titles I have to write down now. Isn't it?
See, they never had this problem when they just had balls coming out in the football.
This
Balls?
never happened to the other
Yeah.
fella.
Just
Balls cute.
Balls, cute.
The Living Daylights.
Ooh, a good choice.
Living Daylights. Best song. Oh,
It's the Aha one.
Aha
It's
did
the
the
Aha
soundtrack to Living Daylights, and it's probably one of the best Bond theme tunes.
Yeah, I think it's well up there.
It is. It's
Yeah.
certainly. Well, we can pick it out later. Go on, Sandra. What's this one?
Die Another Day.
Wow, Madonna.
Nice
I'm not knowing. Oh, I have no idea what's going on.
tip.
I don't. Terry's got everything.
Okay, here we go. We've got.
Okay, right.
So I'll let Terry read this
You
one.
Only Live Twice, Man with the Golden Gun, The Living Daylights, and Die Another Day.
There's a lot of days in that.
Yeah, a lot of days in that one. That's
There is a lot of days in
Group of the days.
So we've got Group 5 now, and I think it's
Zoe.
it's going to be Zoe. Kick this one off.
Okay. Thunderball.
Thunderball.
Ooh, Thunderball.
Mid Connery coming out there to head up the group.
We're done with the slow gems. There we go.
Yay, thank you. See that? Yeah.
For your eyes only.
What were we saying about lunchtime
She
kickoffs?
might be coming over to our house someday. Imagine if she still saw her favours.
Terry.
That we didn't drink any.
True. Yeah.
Octopussy.
Gary.
Spectre.
Ooh. Do you know, this is actually quite an interesting group. Oh, this is a fascinating group, this
Yeah,
one.
I
Look
mean-
at that one.
So Group 5 is Thunderball, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, and Spectre.
Thunderball and Octopussy going up together like they did in
There's
'83.
only one winner out of that
Yeah.
group. That is the.
We've got to draw the sixth team, the sixth one out yet.
There's no way. There's only one winner out of that group.
And you've got to go through the rigmarole of pulling out the one of this hat, which
Doctor
is
No.
Doctor No.
Doctor, no. Thank
my
God Sandra didn't
nemesis.
get to draw out that. That would have been awful.
Worst day at school ever. Live and let die.
Live and let-
Oh my word!
I should have waited. Live and let die.
So come on. Unfortunately, we can't have that same sort of
Golden.
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 This is
Oh.
bloody hell. Group
Yeah,
of
this
death.
is a strong
Group of
group.
death
This
is actually
is-
standing up
yeah,
right now
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is tough.
because I think
The final one, we know what's
one.
coming out in the final one.
it's got to be Skyfall, isn't it?
Has to be Skyfall.
It's got to be Skyfall, and thankfully it is Skyfall.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, well,
So that's
Group
a
1
strong
and
group
Group
then.
6 are.
There are many tough groups. So,
Yeah.
shall we start? Group 1.
Ian one.
In one. Group 1 is Goldfinger, The Spy Who Loved Me, Tomorrow Never Dies, and The World Is Not Enough. So,
who's going to finish top?
What is the order? What is the order of Group 1? So let's remind ourselves one more time.
I think what we need to do is we need to say who each individual ones think is going to be the best film there.
Okay.
Each one of those, and then we'll
Do we have to choose top 2, is it?
No. We just choose one each because then we can say if all three of us pick the same one, then obviously that's...
Okay, well I'm going for Spy Who Loved Me out of that group.
I'm going for Goldfinger.
I'm going for Goldfinger as well.
Oh.
But
Fine.
I think what we should do there is we should say that Goldfinger is top and Spy Who Loved Me is second.
Yeah. That works for me.
And just to complete the group, where would we... Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough.
Well, The World Is Not Enough goes above Tomorrow Never... No, sorry, Tomorrow Never Dies goes third and World Is Not Enough is bottomed by an absolute street.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. They are
the worst James Bond film ever made, yeah.
They really are. Yeah. I'm more than happy enough with that.
So Brosnan knocked out.
Alas.
Double Brosnan group does not
Doesn't mean we don't love him.
No.
It just means that we think his films are shit.
As I said,
we think that film's shit.
As I said, I thought Brosnan's canon might suffer here.
Okay.
So,
Guys,
Yes.
cognac,
Yes. Sorry.
vodka, all the way from Poland,
Polish vodka. Polish vodka?
Polish vodka.
or
Amaretto.
only a little bit. You have to fight for it.
I'm
okay.
up for the Polish vodka, I guess.
Okay.
I'm still in the port at the moment.
I'm still
So
drinking
you
my
have
port,
to
but I
drink
mean...
it. So after you pour, let me know because you have to drink this straight
Okay.
in the little
Alright.
shot glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will have
understand.
the Polish vodka in the
Okay,
the
you're
store.
ready. You're ready.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, go
I'll
back.
go with whatever's the most urgent.
Okay, group 2 then. Group 2.
Group 2. So,
have this
Group
back.
2 is From Russia with Love, Diamonds Are Forever, License to Kill, and Casino Royale. You've got to say it's a strong group with
Well, that's
one.
an impossible group, really. I mean, like, Diamonds Are Forever is also quite the worst film ever made.
So, are we saying
License to
that?
Kill is brilliant, but it's not as good as Casino Royale or From Russia with Love. So really, that for me, that's top 1 is From Russia with Love, and then Casino Royale is second.
I would concur with that. I would put From Russia with Love top, Casino Royale, and narrow second because it is a fantastic
Yeah,
film.
cigarette paper between
License
the
to Kill, I think in any other group, I think it would have got through.
Yeah.
But in this one,
two. Not in this group.
not in this group, no.
That's the way the draw comes out. So what can you do?
Unfortunately, because I'd love to like put in something that would cause some kind of like discourse here, but I've got to go with that 1, 2, 3, 4. It is From Russia with Love. It is Casino Royale second.
Yep.
It is License to Kill, and Diamonds Are Forever a clear fourth.
A clear 4.
And you've got to say it's basically, like if License to Kill, I think we've got to be disappointed with the group they were drawn in because they would have come into this tournament thinking
Being confident.
we've got a chance.
Get through to the second round.
We can
but
certainly
no.
make it through, but no.
They probably fielded a reserve side, actually.
So yeah, actually, I'm quite surprised because Daniel Craig one is already into the second round now. So
Yeah, Craig's showing strong, Connery showing strong as well, you've got to say.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but also Connery has got a one that finished fourth in the group.
What is this?
Slow gin.
A slow gin.
What do I do with this?
You eat it.
How do I drink it?
Slowly.
Just
'cause it's
slowly.
slow.
Slow as a
I
slow
don't knock
gin.
it back, no?
No, just a sip.
Thank you for your advice.
So,
this group 3 I think is going to
Okay.
be a bit of
Group 3,
Smooth, yeah.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Moonraker, A View to a Kill,
Tough one.
and Quantum of Solace.
Okay, well, I already know
Terry,
my
come
choice.
on.
Okay, well, On Her Majesty's Secret Service is one of the best James Bond films ever made
Yeah.
for me, so that clearly finishes top.
Yeah.
I love Moonraker.
Yeah.
I love A View to a Kill.
Terry, can you pass me this?
Yes, of course.
Sorry. Not playing one of your,
No.
your drawing cups.
Um,
Very cool.
in fact, I love all of those films.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go On Her Majesty's Secret Service because I think it's the best. Moonraker because I love it the most as second. And then A View to a Kill. third.
definitely
In fact, the way that that's laid out.
Yeah.
So, Quantum of Solace fourth. But literally, you know,
Fact papers.
It's all
fact
up for
paper.
play
Gary,
because
what
I
do you
think mine. I think there might be a clear winner, but I think the number 2 might be a tough one because I'm in the words of a panel show. I couldn't disagree more. But I would put him on a Majesty's Secret Service top of that because I think it is one of the best Bond films ever made. Then I would probably, it's tough, but I would probably then go A View to a Kill second because I love Walken's over-the-top performance.
yeah.
Then Quantum of Solace third and Moonraker fourth.
That's a completely wrong.
I'm not a big fan of
That's an
Moonraker.
atrocious
Do you
thing.
know, unfortunately, because although I love On a Majesty's Secret Service, if you put the two in front of me, I'd probably end up watching Moonraker.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So
That's bold. That was a bold thing you just said.
It was a bold thing, but then again, I don't care.
Huge.
No. You should
And I will go
say
for
how
A
you
View to
feel.
Kill third and Quantum of Solace. I
So-
really like Quantum of Solace, and I think
Yes.
this is a really tough group.
Yeah, it's a
but
tough
I love
group.
Quantum of Solace, but it has to finish bottom of this group. I'm afraid.
Again,
Yeah.
so
So what did we arrive at then?
We finished up, I'm afraid, with On the Majesty's Secret Service is going to be top.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, in my crazy opinions. But Moonraker is second.
Right.
But it's about 60 degrees.
And third place is View to a
So
Kill.
it's as we drew it out of the pot.
Yeah, unfortunately, View to a Kill does end up going out, which
That's unsatisfying.
it's unsatisfying,
But at the same time, it is accurate.
yeah.
this is the first proper disagreement I think we've had on the course of it because
Yes.
yeah.
It is the first evidence of discord between us.
But I think that we're not. I mean, far be it from me to be the guy on the balcony on election night. I think we're actually coming out with something that is actually, quite.
Well, I mean, the swingometer on Moonraker there
This
was
is
just
the
off
beginning.
the scale.
I mean, we know we're.
Oh,
this is
God,
the group
yeah, the
stage.
second round is
It
going to
gets-
become
It
hard.
gets really nasty
Okay.
in the second round.
Group four.
Group 4. You Only Live Twice, The Man with the Golden Gun, The Living Daylights, and Die Another Day.
Well, do we all agree on who comes fourth on this group?
Well, that will be Die
Die
Another Day.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Brosnan canon is weak. with
So
this
which one isn't going through to the next round on this one?
Well, I have an immediate hot take and opinion here.
Yeah.
Mine, potentially controversially, but my top choice on this would be The Living Daylights. I think it's a cracking film. One of my favourites, actually. I really love a good Dalton film, and I think The Living Daylights is fantastic. I put that top. I then put Man with the Golden Gun second. I like You Only Live Twice, but it's slightly flawed and it gets a little bit too ridiculous. So I'm going Living Daylights, Man with the Golden Gun, You Only Live Twice, Die Another Day. So, I mean, that
Terry,
throws the proverbial cat amongst the pigeons.
I'm glad Gary went first.
So
on this
I'm
one.
going to go with You Only Live Twice is one of my favourite films, even though it's sort of quite
it's
flawed,
bad.
truthfully.
Yeah.
I do like it a great deal, so I have to weigh that up. I also have a great deal of love for Man with the Golden Gun as well, even though that's a pretty rubbish film also. In fact, in many ways they're all terrible.
These are all going out in the next round, aren't they?
Yeah, it's true. So I'm going to place
What are you going to do?
I'm going to place it as Man with the Golden Gun top and Living Daylight second.
Okay, right. So you've gone.
Not that many pools left.
Yeah, sorry, I've created a problem for you.
No, it's fine.
Graham, you could swing this group. The swingometer is poised. Brosnan's canon is unfortunately not there.
Alas, yeah, it's not.
I
looking good
am
for Pierce.
going actually because I love You Only Live Twice, but I love You Only Live Twice really for the visuals and the music and the fight at Kobe Docks. But a lot of it is very weak. Connery does phone that one in, and Donald Pleasance is awful. I'm Man with the Golden Gun, though.
I know. Yeah, I realise.
It's awful.
Christopher Lee, though.
Christopher Lee, though.
Hervé
Yeah.
Renard, though.
But Living Daylights. Oh,
The Hall of Mirrors.
one of
Living
these three.
Daylights on
cello.
cello.
Actually, if I was to look at this and say
he makes
one
a
of these
golden
films,
gun out of his cigarette lighter.
yeah,
It's
I'm
really
not
cool.
going to see Man with the Golden Gun.
There's a
not
fantastic kung
get
fu
through to
fight.
the next round.
Thank you.
We're going to
But
Spain at the end of the month.
I am at the same time. I'm not going to see Living Daylights. Not going to see it. So unfortunately, You Only Live Twice is the one that's going to go. And I think the top of this group, I think for all of us, I think is, I think The Living Daylights is top.
And I
This
think
one.
there is an
and I
inclusion
think
on there.
Man with the Golden Gun is second.
Good for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
and
happy with
you
that.
have to say that's probably the first real shock that we've had is a Connery knocked out.
Yeah, knocking out.
With a
And it's
Dalton
only
taking
twice
a
as well.
top group,
Yeah.
a top of the group, and you have to. I mean, Terry, if we were then to cut the gallery at this point, you've got to say that's a slight shock.
It is a slight shock, yeah, but at the same time, You Only Live Twice is a weak film. And it was there to
It
be
was.
taken.
It was the group that had two Connerys in, and it
So
was
there was always
there
gonna be
was
a-
always
yeah,
going to there
true
was
that.
always a
Yeah.
So we go out and we'll come down at 7.
Yeah, in fairness, it was a very, very strong group and also a very weak group.
It was
as well,
it was an
so.
even keel group. I think you've got to say that there was no like outstanding. It was there to be taken for a film that
Yes.
that kind of.
But I think Graham's right saying that all of that, they're not going to make it through to the next round.
Well,
they're not making it to the next round,
Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Let's go to Group 5.
Let's go there then.
Group 5, Thunderball,
We went into a
For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, and Spectre.
Right, I'm going to speak here.
Yeah. Okay.
You have an opinion?
I'm going to say something that it may be controversial. I'm putting Octopussy top of that group by a street.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get too many arguments with that.
No, there's no controversy there for me.
One,
Octopussy tops that group by a country mile for me.
I would want to put For Your Eyes Only second, but there are some genuinely atrocious moments in that film.
There are.
that really
yeah.
should not be included.
This
in
is
cinema.
the Double More group.
Yeah.
This one.
Thunderball is awful, genuinely.
It is.
So
yeah.
actually, Spectre gets second for me, but only by default, because to be honest with you, that movie is not a good film. The only reason it's there is because it's a modern film, so it's made by very high standards, and it also doesn't have the atrocious, desperately suspect scenes in it, in For Your Eyes Only.
Terry,
So,
I think you're safe because I think you'll be saved, and people other than you will be able to put that into that film, and you'll be happy enough that they've made it in there.
So to follow on from Terry, obviously Octopussy is by far and away the standout.
I'm writing that in
I
there
think
right
it's
now.
great that we think Octopussy is a better film than Spectre. Can I just say
Well,
that's the best thing.
Anybody
That's why
who
I love this
disagrees
podcast.
with this, anybody who disagrees
yeah, just
is
turn
wrong.
off now and go away.
Stop.
Because your
Stop.
opinions are unwelcome.
You are not welcome here.
Yeah.
For me, so this was where it gets slightly tricky for me. I wouldn't put For Your Eyes Only second. That for me would come bottom. It's just a weak.
It's a terrible film.
It's a weak film, and there are many problematic moments. I probably against my best judgment, I do have a very soft spot for Thunderball. It's not a great film, but there are many moments that are very classic Bond in there. And the basic reason that Spectre for me is number 2 is because it has a train fight on it. And it's an excellent train fight as well.
It is true, yeah.
And any Bond film that you have train and you have skis in there as well.
Well.
They know what they're doing on there, and it's solid and it delivers, but it's not spectacular. But the train fight for me is what puts Spectre up into number position 2.
I'm going to say, yeah, For Your Eyes Only, I'm afraid. For me, Thunderball finishes bottom of this group.
Yes.
And
Yes, I agree with that opinion.
And For Your Eyes Only is the one just above it.
Yeah.
And Spectre, despite its flaws, sneaks into the second round.
It's a sneak for Craig, and some people might not have seen that one coming. That Craig struggled to go out of that group.
Do you think so?
I think some people would have looked at that and gone, "Well, that's a Craig win," but no, complacency.
Possibly so.
I think you would have felt very good to get out of that group. The last group, however, is a really tricky one.
And this is a doozy. So we have Dr. No, Live and Let Die, GoldenEye, and Skyfall.
Bloody hell.
This may be the toughest group. This may be the toughest group I think that we've had. So you know what? Terry and I have gone first on pretty much every single one. So Graham,
Okay.
I'm going to give you a hot potato here.
Throw me a hot potato, and I will tell you how.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right. Okay. I will tell you which route this goes in.
I really do.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I can finish it.
You know when those babies...
Our audience are struggling with this as well.
They're having a terrible time on this one. I am going for.
Skyfall. Do you want cognac?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Skyfall first?
Cognac?
No,
or
I'm afraid it's
vodka?
not. Because it's in with a GoldenEye. Live and Let Die.
The vodka's lovely.
I am saying.
But this stuff I'm going to struggle with.
Oh my
I
God.
can't do it.
I don't want any of these to be fourth.
To do it, to be honest.
Any of these, none of these deserve to be fourth.
No.
We're in other groups where we've had other films winning. I am saying that
It's been there so long, it's just gross.
fourth is Dr. No
Maybe. Really
out of those 4 films.
I can't.
I just did genuinely...
Third from bottom
I'm
is
usually pretty good with drinking the end of alcohol. But
GoldenEye. Second is Skyfall, and top is Live and Let Die.
Move on.
yeah, I think we should just move on.
So
You got a top for Live and Let Die for that one.
I've got a top of Live and Let Die. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't care.
basically, you
I don't
can
care.
call
Like,
this a
shut
slightly
shut
racially
up.
problematic group,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Terry,
Okay, well, I'm going to go Skyfall top.
Skyfall top.
Yeah, easily the best
Yeah.
film. And I'm going to go for GoldenEye second.
Goodness.
Again,
Horrible.
both massively polished films.
Yeah.
The problem with Live and Let Die and Dr. No is they're massively agreeable films.
Yeah.
But they're also massively problematic films. Live and Let Die is just horribly racist.
Yes.
I hope
So is
that
Dr.
one
No.
might
Dr.
be-
No is
yeah.
also horribly racist, but you can just
I
about
hope,
excuse it for
we
its
don't
time.
have-
On the other hand,
Can you
probably
not
can't.
with Live and Let Die?
So
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
go.
So I think
I'd
that
go.
anyone
I'd just
who comes
eliminate
to
those
it-
two.
There's
Sadly,
that
sadly, I'd eliminate.
Yeah.
But
those
which
two.
one is going to
So
go?
I go Live and Let Die third and
Right.
Dr. No
Should we do vodka
last,
or
which is
yellow?
harsh, but there it is.
Whatever you...
But definitely
okay.
Skyfall is the best movie of that form.
So here's where I net out.
Yeah, come
So
on,
far,
there
it's
you go.
racist anyway.
So I would also say, for me, Dr. No finishes fourth. I mean, it's there are many problems with it. It's a very enjoyable film, but I think it struggles when it's put up against the others. Then I have real problems, and slightly controversially, third I would put Skyfall.
Ooh,
I think
hello.
I like Skyfall, but it's the Home Alone bit at the end that just slightly. It's brilliant, and then you suddenly get into a bit where you could bring in Macaulay Culkin quite easily into that.
I love the Home Alone bit.
It is brilliant, but I can't knock out GoldenEye for me. For me, GoldenEye is a brilliant film. It's Brosnan
so
launched
good.
it, and it's fantastic. But I'm only going to put it second because whilst Live and Let Die is massively problematic, it's also incredibly entertaining. And
We had Law's fun when we did the DVD commentary on it.
it's just a film that I have a lot of love for. So I'm putting
Live and Let Die is
top.
the Italy of this group. It's got through. Despite being awful, it's
Despite basically being racially troubling, Live and Let Die goes through.
Okay.
So, who is the second film? I mean, Live and Let Die has obviously topped with 2 wins.
well, the second film actually as it comes out is Skyfall has 6. It's Skyfall. It's Skyfall. GoldenEye's gone out.
Oh, I should have put GoldenEye top.
GoldenEye's gone out.
Well, you had the opportunity.
Because of that bloody game.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet.
There are no Brosnan films in round 2.
Oh,
So
ouch.
Pierce is
I'm
out
afraid
around
Pierce-
And
the
if
first
I think
round.
again, if GoldenEye had been in any other group,
It
would
had
have
we
been
would have done.
probably.
GoldenEye was the one that was
That
going
is
to go
harsh.
for it.
And
harsh.
that is a shock. So
That is harsh.
That's the luck of the draw, though, isn't it?
that is it is. So who do we have in round 2?
Right. Okay. We can have a little a brief
Interlude. This will be
Interlude.
the musical interlude.
Okay.
The entertainment
We
where
ensure that we have enough drinks. What have you got to drink?
we have
Well, I've got this vodka.
Talon or vodka. Graham, would you like some vodka? Polish vodka?
Could I have some water?
Yes, you can definitely have some water.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Yes, please. I need a glass as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You wanted some vodka?
Guys, do you want to try the butterscotch chocolate? Because that goes really well with spirits.
I will also have some Polish vodka.
And it's incredible as well.
Right.
Have some butterscotch vodka.
Thank you very much. At this point, dear listener, just imagine that there's probably like 3 people in giant footballs running around the stage, accompanied by some Europop. And Sepp Blatter's probably standing in the sidelines grinning to himself.
To himself.
Oh, that's good.
Polish vodka.
Nostrovia.
We've got brunch tomorrow morning.
It's going to be.
It was meant to be challenging. It was meant to be bottomless brunch as well.
It's good vodka, that.
It is good vodka.
Number 32.
It is. It is. Yes.
At least it's
It was exceptionally good vodka.
I just remember, not bottomless, but.
Fortunately, can I just point out, nobody tonight
And then we sing
has made the
Sunday
fatal mistake
in
of
the
having
evening,
red
which
wine
I
with
went
fish.
to And then Sunday we just got a lot of crap to do.
Bloody hell. Group C is a double more.
So, where do we net out to in these groups?
Actually, Group C is triple more.
Triple more.
Triple more.
Never heard. Oh. I was about to say I never heard of a movie called Triple More, but you meant Triple More as in.
So more
Maybe
is
wrestling.
guaranteed one in the semi-finals at least.
So, and
Maybe
you know, it's
wrestling
what Roger
things.
would have wanted.
It is.
Lest we forget Spice World the movie.
Hey, no, we should never forget.
He was Roger Moore was in Spice
Everyone
World.
was in Spice World. Everyone was in Spice World.
I didn't see Spice World the movie, so.
I got VHS at home. My other home. VHS, yeah.
You have 2 homes?
Yeah, in Australia.
You got some moving to do. Oh, in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, that's something to look forward to when you get back.
Yeah.
It is Spice World the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing you do is to crank up the old VHS,
Yeah.
And
whap it in.
Yeah.
you can get to the exact point where Roger Moore turns up in Spice World the movie.
Colours a little bit.
Do they have DVDs in Australia?
They're just played out of kangaroos' pouches.
It's funny you say that because someone would ask that for real.
I can't put that on record.
No, we can't go on record.
Okay.
I'll tell you after when we're
Okay.
I'd quite like another drink.
Vodka?
Okay, more vodka?
Yeah, I think so.
It's smooth, isn't it?
It is quite smooth, actually. Yeah. Okay.
You look like you're looking for some kind of other drink, though.
Yeah, I was looking for
Do you
something
want
else.
wine?
I don't know. In fairness.
We can
We
give you
got
some.
whiskey?
Yeah, no.
Don't go the cognac. It's horrible.
Is it really horrible?
Yeah,
Horrible.
Okay.
Though this was.
I think I would probably quite like a glass of white wine, actually.
Oh,
But do you have any white wine?
We've only got red, I believe.
Okay.
We have a Rioja.
Oh well, I
and-
don't want to break open anything that's not going to be.
What
No,
else
we
do we
haven't
have?
got
We've
red.
got
Okay.
we have brandy.
And we've got cider.
Oh no, thank you.
Oh,
Okay. I don't wish to be ungrateful. You understand?
We have
It's funny, but
we also have a bottle of Bolly.
No, don't do. No, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine.
No,
I've got my vodka
Yeah,
here.
we have
Got my
brandy.
vodka here.
and the Bollinger.
Have water.
Yeah. I
Bollinger?
think I'll just have some water. It'll be fine. And I've got my vodka here, so thank you
Should I
so
put
much.
the Bollinger anyway in the fridge?
Why didn't you do that?
Just in case.
Just in.
Ooh, stinky.
Oh, wow. You guys.
I feel we
Oh my
at some
God,
point
you
we're
helped
probably.
us out so much.
Well,
I think we're ready for Group B now.
At some point, I
Right,
think we're
okay.
moving from James Bond to Ab Fab.
Yeah, exactly.
Darling,
Yeah,
where's the Bolly?
Darling,
Yeah,
darling,
yeah,
darling,
exactly.
darling. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so Who the groups? Group A. Goldfinger.
That was
Absolutely
brilliant.
perfection.
Genuinely brilliant.
Group A. Oh, a Goldfinger on Her Majesty's Secret Service and Live and Let Die. I mean, that's a tough group.
So, what's at stake here? Winner goes through, yeah?
Winner
Just
goes through.
one team goes through to the semi-finals.
Okay.
Before we go to that, let's hear Group B. Dramatic music. From Russia with Love, Living Daylights and Spectre. And Group C, The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker and Live and Let Die, the Triple Mooring group. And Group D, Casino Royale, Man with the Golden Gun and Octopussy. I mean, let's face it, these are starting to get tough.
Tough groups.
Of course,
groups.
There are no easy games from this way.
So the top group goes through to the semi-finals.
only one team
One
from
through
each
to
of these
semi-finals.
groups.
Okay.
So-
only one.
Group A. Let's start with
Group
Group A,
A.
which to me I think is the proper group of death because this is tough. Goldfinger, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and Live and Let Die.
Yeah, we could come up with one each of this, and we'd have to throw it to the floor.
We might have to throw it to the floor.
Okay, so Graham.
Yep. For me, out of those three, I love Live and Let Die. I love On Her Majesty's Secret Service, but I didn't let that one win its group. But Goldfinger, I know it's trite, but for God's sake, it's Goldfinger. Everything else other than that exists because of Goldfinger. Goldfinger for me.
Terry.
Say that, then Goldfinger wins the World Cup.
Yeah, well,
Well, that's a matter
against
of
these
opinion.
against these ones, yeah, it's like Goldfinger is Brazil. Brazil doesn't win every World Cup, does it? It loses 7-1 sometimes at home.
He's right. It's a good point. I'm going to go for On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
See?
Because On Her Majesty's Secret Service is, by some stretch, the best James Bond film ever. So I'm easily going to go over Goldfinger.
However, Gary now.
So I think we're probably agreed that Live and Let Die is bottom
Are you sure?
of the group. Bottom.
Come on.
This is
Go
tough
with your gut.
because
Going first has suddenly become the easiest thing to do now.
this is actually a horrible place to be in because I think Goldfinger is,
Go with your heart.
for me, one of the best Bond
Don't
films
look at the
ever
picture.
made.
Don't look at the print of Goldfinger on the wall, right?
I am. Because it's
you know
it's
that On Her Majesty's
brilliant,
Secret
but On Her
Service is better
Majesty's
than
Secret
Goldfinger.
Service just trumps it.
mean, you
So
just
I'm
know
going
it.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh my God! This is like Italy versus Brazil,
it's
isn't
not.
it?
It's
No,
straightforward.
it's exactly that Italy versus Brazil in '82. You see, oh my word! On Her Majesty's Secret Service has knocked Goldfinger out.
And
Yeah, well, understandably so, because, On Her Majesty's Secret Service
Goldfinger
is
got
clearly
knocked
the better
out.
film.
No! Was that after I said?
no, yeah, it was. Even
Yeah.
your singing couldn't save it.
Alas, your singing couldn't save the...
That was a tough group, and actually I'm
was a
quite
tough
pained
group.
by that.
I think
I'm
this
not.
might be the
I'm
eventual
actually quite
winner
pleased.
from this group. Anyway, Group B.
Okay, I will go first.
You
I don't want to go last again after that last one of having to knock
Read
out.
out the options again.
So the options are From Russia with Love, Living Daylights, and Spectre.
What the hell is that film doing?
For
in
me,
What the hell is that film?
For me, Spectre doesn't come anywhere close to the
Yeah,
other two.
yeah.
No.
Now, this is really, really problematic for me because I think From Russia with Love is probably one of Connery's best films, but Living Daylights is also really entertaining. And my gut initially said go with Living Daylights because The Living Daylights is just so much fun. But I think From Russia with Love is just such a strong, brilliant film.
Yeah.
I've got to go with From Russia with Love.
Right. Am I going next?
By all means.
Yeah. I'm going from Russia with Love. I love Living Daylights. Spectre is the third film on this list. But yeah, it's lucky to be here with those two films. From Russia with Love is brilliant.
Living
Daylights is brilliant.
Put it this way: if you were going to watch anyone on DVD, Spectre would probably come last.
Yeah, if I had these three, the choice of these three, From Russia with Love, I love From Russia with Love. It's one of my favourite films.
Spectre is Bobbins. Living Daylights is a serviceable Bond film. From Russia with Love is a proper movie.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that it's got to the semi-finals as well.
Yeah.
Because it's there. Like,
I've just noticed something problematic with Group C. Live and Let Die has appeared twice in this.
no, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. He said.
Oh, shit, it has, isn't it?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would not be upset to see it come through as a wild card.
Oh, wait. Group C, it's Moonraker.
See, this is what happens when you...
This is what happens when you drink large amounts of alcohol and then decide to do a World Cup of James Bond podcast.
I was going to say, this is what happens when you do a convoluted draw of Spain 82.
Goldfinger, on the Majesty's Secret Service. No! Fucking hell.
Oh. Who was in group?
Well, actually, it doesn't matter because it was Skyfall.
Up. I mean, still strong. Does that change?
Is that Group A, was it?
Group A.
Do we start with Group A again?
I think we just need to have a very quick rediscussion on this.
No, right. We'll talk through. We'll start again from Group A.
Group A.
Wait. Let me just check this.
Sounds really
Complicated.
God, you guys.
Just blame Graham for this one.
Yeah, blame me. Okay, start again.
Group A. Goldfinger, On Her Majesty's Secret Service and Skyfall.
Right, well, I think that On Her Majesty's Secret Service is easily the best James Bond film that there's ever been made, so I will put him top of the group.
I will stick with On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Skyfall doesn't change. It's strong, but I would put it at the bottom of the group.
What about Goldfinger? Goldfinger is here.
State your case, Chief. State your case.
The Goldfinger is Goldfinger.
Yes? True enough?
Brexit is Brexit.
Brexit. Goldfinger is a bit of a Brexit response, it's got to be said. Yeah.
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger means Goldfinger.
Skyfall is good. Skyfall's brilliant.
It's good, but it's not the one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the better film, though. OHMSS is a better film, though, isn't it? Surely. Well, you know this.
I think there's a 2-1.
No, it's not. It's got the better Aston Martin in it. I will give it that.
No.
It has.
No, you're wrong about that as well.
Oh, no.
Can I just say, I think at this stage you've lost the audience.
DB5 is not the best Aston Martin
I
ever
would disagree
drove.
with that. I'd say the DB4 is better.
So you're making a movie be better because of a bloody car.
Yeah.
This is Bond films.
This is a good point.
We will always...
But Bond has everything. His watch, his car,
Yeah, I
his
know.
gun,
But Bond is also very,
his
very...
women, his gun.
A Walther PPK? I think there's a 2-1 in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and if
On Her
anything,
Majesty's... Okay, On Her Majesty's is weird.
so Group B we know from Group B that is From Russia with Love. So Group C is The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, and Live and Let Die. Triple mooring, Terry.
Right, sorry. Once again, Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker,
Live and Let Die.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that.
The music is kind of giving you a clue, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, this is tough.
I think I've said earlier on that I don't particularly. I think I like Live and Let Die, but I think it's an unworthy film. So it would really be between Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker. So I'd go with Spy Who Loved Me because I think it's...
Yeah, because you're playing for the masses, aren't you?
Well, Moonraker and Spy Who Loved Me are basically the same film. So I would go for Spy Who Loved Me because it's sort of like slightly better. So
Tough. I mean, mine is completely reversed because I would... I'm not a massive fan of Moonraker, as regular listeners of this podcast know.
Yes, as we all
know. We'll recycle that one again. So that would be bottom. Spy Who Loved Me would be second, and Live and Let Die would be first. I enjoy Live and Let Die far too much to not put it top.
I'm gonna put Spy Who Loved Me top. Spy Who Loved Me top is gonna be
Spy Who Loved Me goes through.
Spy Who Loved Me goes through. Spy who loved me. Right, okay. We've only got...
Alcohol.
Okay, no. Group D.
No, they don't. Slow down.
Casino Royale, Man with the Golden Gun, and Octopussy.
Okay, I'm going to say that the one on the top of this group is Casino Royale.
Yeah,
Who would
Casino
be- who
Royale
would
is
you-
easily the best film out of those three.
Who would you
I mean,
put
they're all
second?
great movies.
They're
but-
all great films.
Well, I mean, Man with the Golden Gun is a shit movie, frankly. But Octopussy and Casino Royale are genuinely great movies. But of the two,
Yeah.
Casino Royale is the best.
They're not talking to me now.
I would be... I mean, Casino Royale's through. So on that basis, I'm just going to give Octopussy a little nudge to the top because I love that film so much.
Good, yeah, it's
Good
good.
for you.
You have the benefit of doing that, but
And then Casino Royale would be second. Man with the Golden Gun is distinctly average compared to the rest of
No one would take us seriously if we put anything out of Casino Royale.
do you know, it's lovely because in the semi-finals we've got 4 different Bonds.
This is marvellous. And no Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
But no Pierce Brosnan.
No Pierce
Yes.
Brosnan, but
Pierce
we
Brosnan's
do have
cannon has failed to fire.
we do have George Lazenby versus Sean Connery. That's not going to be very easy for George, I'm afraid. No, we have George Lazenby versus Roger Moore, and Sean Connery versus Daniel Craig. Oh, that's going to be difficult. In these two films as well.
Why is there no Pierce Brosnan?
The Sean Connery film is From Russia with Love.
I liked Piers.
Right, okay. The semi-finals are...
On Her Majesty's Secret Service versus The Spy Who Loved Me, and From Russia with Love versus Casino Royale.
Oh, that's getting harder to drink.
tough.
And this is getting harder to decide from. So, semi-final 1. Graham, do you need another drink to be...
Yeah,
you
I
go
thought
into
my,
this?
my little glass... Oh, was that mine one? Is it?
Give him some vodka, he'll be fine.
Some vodka will help me through this.
Yeah. The strawberry.
Surely it's just on Her Majesty's
Did
Secret
Anne make you
Service.
open up the
Surely.
butterscotch chocolate?
I don't see any other result.
No.
The final is on Her Majesty's Secret Service
Versus
We
the
realise-
other
Well,
film, yeah.
first one
Versus
Well,
Casino Royale.
we know where
And
the
then
audience
restaurant.
want to go. The audience wants to go
They're probably my
Lazenby.
two favourites.
Yes. Yeah.
Graham,
First semi-final on the Manchester Secret Service versus Spy Who Loved Me. Oh. I'm going to go for Spy Who Loved Me. I don't care. And if you two want to overrule me, then you can do.
So
But I'm putting it down
Okay,
here. I'm putting it down here, okay?
We'll just go ahead and overrule.
I will leap
that's
in
it,
and
that's it.
saying out of the 4 of the films that are in the semi-finals, Spy Who Loved Me is my least favourite of all of them. And I think actually if On a Majesty's Secret Service was up against either of the other two in the semi-finals, it would be a lot tougher, but it's fairly easy for me. On a Majesty's Secret Service is top.
Right, okay, well.
So, On Her Majesty's
Yep.
Secret Service is a much more mature film.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got James Bond, he gets married, he falls in love.
Yeah.
The actors are much, much better. The storyline is much better. The plot is much, much better than Spy Love. Spy Love Me is a wonderful comic book James Bond film, but On Her Majesty's Secret Service is a much more mature film. And it's got Diana Rigg in it, so frankly, I'm not quite sure why anyone would genuinely. So On Her Majesty's Secret Service is considerably the better movie than Spy Love Me.
So, semi-final 2.
I'm astonished that you actually
Which
arrived
is
at a different conclusion. Actually,
From Russia with Love?
I suspect you're being contrarian as well. Yeah.
There's always somebody. From Russia with Love versus Casino Royale.
Well,
This is a tough one. Yeah.
This is a real
This is a genuinely tough
toughie.
one.
This
Yeah.
one.
I need to go last because I need time to consider.
Do you really?
Oh, do you want to go last? Do you know what? As
Okay.
we're in your house, I think we'll give you that.
Well, I'll go first then in that case.
Okay.
I'll go with Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one though. It is a tough one
me.
because there's nothing between those two movies. But I'm going to go with Casino Royale. But in fairness, it's unfair because it's a 2006 movie, whereas From Russia with Love is like 1964.
And you
So
made
there's a
it, you made
huge
it
gulf between the two of
incredibly
them.
easy for me
Russia.
Right.
because now, because Gary has decided to go last, I can now say, for me, it's From Russia with Love, because that fight scene on the train, you know, him and Red Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It is amazing. Yeah,
it is amazing.
Yeah,
and like you cannot decide. For me, that film.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can't make it.
Yeah,
you can't.
It is brilliant. And this one should. Oh, yeah. My wife is disagreeing with me.
Russia.
But yeah, and Terry's wife is also disagreeing with my wife. There you go. This is why it's so good. Oh, it is like so. Unfortunately, Gary, it's down to you to decide which one gets to the final to play on Her Majesty's Secret Service for the best Bond film ever.
So for me, Casino Royale has so many brilliant moments.
I've got two of them here in front of me. Which one are you going to watch?
It's tough because Casino Royale, there's an amazing car chase. You have Mads Mikkelsen, who's a fantastic villain.
Vesper. It's got Vesper Lind in it.
It's got Vesper Lind in it. But From Russia with Love does have I love a fight sequence on the train. Rosa Klebb is a fantastic villain. You've got a boat chase as well with oil drums.
Oh man alive, you've got everything in that film.
And From Russia with Love for me, it's the point before Bond starts getting OTT. It's a brilliant spy movie. It's got confidence. They know what they're doing. It's really engaging. You've got Karen Bay. For me, I think From Russia with Love is just tops it. So From Russia with Love knocks out Casino Royale.
That is a big surprise. That is a total surprise.
From Russia with Love is a fantastic film.
Yes.
It is one. It is one of the best Bond films ever made, as seen by the fact it's made it all the way through to the final.
You do realise that we could actually have just not done this and just arrived at this final.
No. This is a scientific method.
This is a validation
method. This is the
vindication of our.
Can I quickly ask? Are we having a third place playoff?
No.
Yeah, of course we can have a third place playoff. Let's have a third place playoff between Spy Who Loved Me and Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
Casino
No,
Royale.
not even
Casino Royale.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah.
The third best Bond
that
film.
doesn't placate anyone. Everyone
Not really.
who's really angry.
That was the most
How do you feel
pointless.
about the fact that Casino Royale is third? You don't really care. So you're not very happy.
If
So
I was going to sit down and watch one, I'd watch Casino Royale, so I don't really care about your opinions, quite frankly.
These are reasonable views.
these are reasonable views. Yeah, this is why we don't put a microphone on it.
So we have the final. Just a recap: George Lazenby, one-time shot, and on Her Majesty's Secret Service has made it all the way through to the final, up against From Russia with Love, the second Connery film. So, gentlemen, where do we go?
Well, Terry, you got to go first. I went first in the semis.
Why do I have to go first?
I went first in the
I
semis.
think you're Russia with Love.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you seem to really love it.
Yeah?
Lots of passion.
What do you think?
But you're going to go on Her Majesty's Secret Service because you've said earlier twice
I
it's
have.
the best Bond film
But
ever.
when it's up
Yeah,
against
From
Russia
Thank
with
you
Love,
for listening to me.
See, I have been listening. I'm ignoring your opinions, but I have been listening.
Okay, fine. You
Mrs.,
know
what do you
what?
reckon?
If Terry's struggling, I am not struggling.
okay,
And I'm going to put my early score in, and I'm going to go with From Russia with Love.
yep.
Because I think On Her Majesty's Secret Service is a fantastic film. But From Russia with Love almost has that slight purity of Bond. As I say, it comes back
Karen
to what I just
Bay.
said before. Before you hit that point of Bond becomes very self-knowing and referential. And you know, potentially you could put From Russia with Love up against Goldfinger and you'd really struggle between the two. But for me, From Russia with Love is the point of Bond hitting a stride and hitting where it is. And there are so many brilliant moments. It's such a watchable film. I could talk about From Russia with Love all day, and more so than On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So I'm going From Russia with Love.
Is Secret Service the one that has the parachute?
No, that's Spy Who Loved Me.
Spy Who Loved Me.
It has a bobsleigh chase, which obviously counts for a lot.
So, aforementioned bobsleigh chase, ski chase, car chase,
Lazenby in a kilt.
Lazenby in a kilt, thank you, Diana Rigg,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
Telly Savalas
Yeah.
as Blofeld, best Blofeld
Yes.
of all the Blofelds.
Yeah. You are
I
listing.
include Christoph
You
Waltz
are
in it.
listing good things.
Yeah.
However, and I would say as well, Robert Shaw.
Who's Robert Shaw?
I would
You need to watch The
okay,
Sting.
if you want to put all those up against Robert Shaw, then
Yeah.
okay, yeah, fine. But
Yeah. Karen Bay.
yeah.
Gypsy Fights. Come on.
Gypsy
Red Grant.
Red Grant.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah,
Look, knives coming out the end of shoes. Come on.
Lord.
He had lots of guts.
on.
Oil barrels.
I'm still going with On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Graham, you have the deciding vote.
So
we
you
have
have the
one
deciding
all
vote.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, it behooves me to say that, unfortunately, early on in this competition, I put On Her Majesty's Secret Service lower than another film, and up against From Russia with Love. Unfortunately, From Russia with Love wins.
So,
Connery, I'm afraid,
Yeah.
it's very, very close. I'm interested though, because obviously From Russia with Love wins this, and it's a deserved winner because it's come through everything. And we've discussed this fully, and we've thrown it to the floor, the baying crowd here.
The baying crowd.
Yeah,
and they
who
are
chucked
baying.
rotten
as we
fruit
can see.
and everything
Yeah,
at us.
because
yeah.
they believe the Casino Royale's right. And this is why you
Well,
should
they
never trust
chucked rotten
democracy.
fruit at you.
at all.
Yes,
obviously
exactly.
got an opinion.
But however,
Yeah.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service versus Casino Royale. Yeah, no, it's a difficult choice. That is a really good film. That is a fantastic film. And that is a fantastic
I would say
film.
that A Majesty's Secret Service is a more watchable film than Casino Royale.
Would you?
Oh, I would.
See, I
I
think, Terry, you love that film too much. I think
Maybe I
Diana
do.
Rigg has
Yeah.
far too much
Maybe
effect
she
on
has,
it.
yeah.
But I think we have a valid winner.
I think the thing about Casino Royale is it's got that sort of like break in the movie.
Russia with
it
Love.
seems to come to an end, and then it doesn't end. It sort of like goes on for another 20 minutes. Whereas
So does
On Her
the
Majesty's
book.
Secret Service doesn't do that. Yeah. So the movie doesn't really sort of like do that. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's how I'd see it.
Essentially, while we have one dissenting voice, I think it's from a 2-1 majority, which
Yeah.
the Supreme Court would accept. We have a winner, which is From Russia with Love,
Yay.
which has
Well,
been
I'm
crowned
happy to accept that result myself.
the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
Bond film ever.
Yeah.
So
Who was the Bond?
Sean
Sean
Connery.
Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery.
So as Robbie Williams said, we are all honorary Sean Connerys.
What song?
Millennium. Do you not remember that? This is when Robbie Williams rapped in Millennium.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
We have it there. The top 3 Bond films are From Russia with Love, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and Casino Royale. And I think we can all, and fourth, The Spy Who Loved Me. And I think we can all say these are
Well, that's a fine top four.
fine top 4.
There's
If
no
that-
arguing with that top 4.
If you were going to sit and watch 4 Bond films,
I think we're all right,
I think
but
basically
in a more
we are
accurate
right.
way. I'm right.
Absolutely.
I think we've all enjoyed the experience.
So join us on the next podcast when we're doing a minute by minute of Klaus Hergesheimer's appearances in Diamonds Are Forever. Join us for the live blog on that one, listeners. But we will leave it there. We won't do too much in terms of a wrap-up because, frankly, who needs to see Mark Pugach and the rest of the team discussing things to Kingdom Come? But what we will say is From Russia with Love is the best Bond film, and if you haven't seen it, you should go and watch it. If you have seen it, go and watch it again. And if you've seen it lots of times, well, you're right, essentially, is what we're saying. So thank you very much for sticking with us, listeners. We have been the OddJob Pod. We have settled once and for all the definitive James Bond film is From Russia with Love. Thank you to Terry. Thank you to Graham. Thank you to our very patient audience tonight. Thank you to my alcohol collection. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Gary.
The OddJob
Cheers,
Pod
Gary.
will return.
never asked a question.
Okay.
We have all the time in the world, darling.
There we go.